Welcome back to the World of Blues. I have a special guest here this week, Nolan Collins. He's here with his mother, Christy. He's a 6-year-old student of the Traverse City school system, and he's also a student of mine who I was very blessed in getting. He's a very talented young man, and he's come very far in his 7 lessons. So Christy, what made you find me to give him guitar lessons?
Well, Nolan had been talking about playing an instrument, and at school he was learning about the different classifications in music, which is where always my husband and I, Chad, we're very interested in the kids being around arts and music. So we got some books at the library, and he looked through them and narrowed down what he wanted to play. And he narrowed it down to the guitar and the drums, and we felt that helped steer him in the direction of the guitar because of the sound level, and just because his father played around a little bit in college, and we just thought it would be a great thing for him to do. And when we came across Robert, I actually found him just through an advertisement in a local paper, and just went by instinct, which I do on most things, and turned out to be just the right fit. So it's been a great thing for Nolan, just in many ways, helping with his focus, his concentration, giving him an outlet and something to call his own.
So Nolan, how do you like playing the guitar?
I like it a lot.
Yeah, you like it a lot? It's kind of a good thing. I've been teaching for about 42 years now, and I've always felt a calling to teach because of all the things that were taught me as a young person, and I feel I need to give them back to the musical world. And the blues is such an important music and form. It comes through rock and roll and jazz and all that kind of thing. The first song I teach all of my students is the 12-bar blues, and that's what we started out with Nolan. It's kind of amazing. In his 7 lessons, he can play Happy Birthday, Ain't No Sunshine, Eleanor Rigby, All Along the Watchtower, the A pentatonic blues scale, the 2-octave C major scale, and that's quite a bit for a young man his age. He's a very talented person, and I think he's going to go very far in his playing career. What made you start playing, Nolan, or how come you wanted to start playing guitar?
I looked in a music book from the library, and I started to really like music, so then I just decided I wanted to play guitar.
Okay. So what kind of music is your favorite kind of music?
Guitar music.
Guitar music. How about rock bands and stuff? You listen to any rock band songs?
Yeah.
Like what? Can you remember any? No? Okay. So your husband plays.
Yeah, he plays some guitar. When I met him in college, after college, he liked to play around on the guitar and just kind of self-taught himself and has enjoyed it. And when Nolan started taking guitar recently, he actually took the guitar out of storage and started playing again. So it's been a very good thing for him as well. I think he's really enjoyed learning from Nolan, and Nolan's been learning a little bit from him, but mainly from Robert.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of learning together. I think one thing with having a child interested in music is it's a commitment, and that the parents and the kids and the teachers, you have to work together. So my husband and I actually are learning right along with Nolan, because I have never picked up a guitar until Nolan started, so it's been a completely new process for our family.
I must say this about Christy. She comes and sits in the hour lessons. All through the lesson, she has a guitar in her hand. She tries to learn the songs, so she knows what Nolan should be practicing. And I've taught a lot of people over the years. I've probably taught thousands of people. And it's very rare that you find parents who support the child as much as this child is being supported at home in his musical studies.
Oh, thank you.
It's so very important. It makes a huge, huge difference. Now, Nolan, do you have a band in school? Do you have music in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. So what do you do in your music class at school?
We don't have any drums or guitar, but we have some like triangles and bongos and a lot more.
Now, do you have any friends who play instruments?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have a friend named Aiden, and he plays piano.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And I hear your sister Lauren is a pretty good recorder player. Do you ever play guitar with your father?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So do you like it when he plays guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes when my dad isn't practicing at your house, when I practice guitar, with my dad, I have to teach my dad how to do it.
Oh my goodness! So you're already teaching guitar. Oh my goodness! It took me a lot of years to get there. So what's your favorite song that your dad plays?
He doesn't play real songs, but he just plays makeup songs.
Oh, well, all songs are kind of made up by somebody, Nolan.
That's very true. That's very true.
So do you think you'll ever play a song where you play guitar and your sister plays the recorder? How come?
Oh, why not?
You guys could have a band.
I would only have a band of guitars.
Oh, just a guitar band.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. I thought being at your age and all that kind of thing, I thought you were going to say that you would only have a band with no girls in it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I would. I wouldn't have any girls.
No girls in the band?
No girls in
Okay.
your band? Well, I don't know, Nolan. You might change your mind about that at some time. But anyway.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Okay.
Typical 6-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And what school do you go to, Nolan?
Willow Hill.
Willow Hill.
Willow
He
Hill.
likes his music teacher very much.
And so what's your music teacher's
and his
name?
kindergarten teacher. So.
And so what's your music teacher's name, Nolan?
Robert Abate.
Oh. Not me. That was very good,
That's very
but your teacher in
nice.
school.
Miss Brzezinski.
Oh. Wow.
What do you do in your music class, Nolan, at Willow Hill?
We don't play instruments a lot.
Do you sing?
Yeah.
So when you first started to take lessons, Nolan, you didn't really like to sing too much, and now you're kind of singing more and more. Have you changed your mind about singing? You still don't like it?
I just had to sing in school.
Oh,
Right, and I got to come see the little program. It was wonderful.
yeah.
It was very entertaining.
Well, it's a good thing to be able to strum guitar and sing some songs. It's
Yes,
a very
it
good
is.
thing to be able to do.
It's
And I
wonderful.
think that the more you do it, the better you're going to get.
What do you think?
No?
Well, we believe in you, Nolan.
Yeah, we believe in you,
There are
Nolan.
many people who believe in you.
Yeah. We're going to take a short break and come back and have Nolan play Have You Ever Woke Up with Bullfrogs on Your Mind? Okay, y'all set, Nolan? Oh. Here we go. We're going to play 12 Bar Blues now. Ready? And don't forget to sing out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Have you ever woke up with those bullfrogs on your mind? Have you
Ever woke up
with those bullfrogs on your mind? You've got to keep on laughing, laughing just to keep turn around from crying. A pentatonic. right now. Let's sing. Have you ever woke up with those bullfrogs on your mind? Have you ever woke up with those bullfrogs on your mind? You've got to keep on laughing, laughing just to keep from, we're going to end it now, keep from crying. Yeah. I would like to thank Christy and Nolan for coming into the studio this week. We're going to take a short break now. And Nolan, I guess I'll just see you at your lesson next Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
What I just played for you was a 12-bar blues. It's a classic blues form. It's so important to rock and roll and jazz and all of that, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit today. I think it's so important. It's the first song that I teach all of my students, if they can't play at all, that is. It's a very easy song to teach people, and most people can leave the lesson being able to play a song. The 12-bar blues I just played was in the key of E, and I joke with people who I play with, and I joke with other musicians that it's not really the blues unless it's in the key of E. And I say that because I think the blues is such a guitar musical form, and the blues in E takes into account the low E string on the instrument, and that's just a wonderful thing. Because of how it lays on the instrument, that's not the key that I teach the 12-bar blues in. I teach the 12-bar blues in the key of A because it lays on the instrument so easily. And a 12-bar blues, it's a blues song. It's a song that's 12 measures long. A bar is the same thing as a measure. And what that really means is it's just 4 beats. So it's a blues song that's 12 measures long. And it's 1 measure, 2, 3, 4, and another. Here's the second measure. And here's the third measure. Here's the fourth measure. Fifth measure. This is the seventh measure. I skipped 6. Eighth. Here's the 9th. And the 10th. The 11th. And the 12th. A 12-bar blues is 12 measures long. I first teach it in the key of A, and we need an A chord, a D chord, and an E chord. And if you look at my hand right here, I'm going to play the 5th and 4th strings on the guitar, and I'm holding down the 2nd fret of the 4th string right here. And I'm going to hit the 5th and 4th strings. It sounds like this. Now that's my A chord. In terms of music theory, it's not officially a chord. We need 3 notes to make a chord, but that's what would happen if we were playing a full chord. But for the blues, we play 2 notes a lot, and that's our A chord, or at least I'm calling it that. The next chord we need to play this 12-bar blues is a D chord, and we take the finger we had on the 4th string, and we drop it down to the 3rd string. And we hit the middle 2 strings, the 3rd and 4th strings on the instrument, and that's our D chord. Last but not least is the E chord. And all we do is we move up the 2nd finger to the 5th string, 2nd fret. And down here we play the 6th and 5th strings. And the easiest way to play a 12-bar blues is just give 4 beats per measure. And that's going to sound like this. Here's A to D. Back to A. I'm going to D. Yes, I'm going to New York. I'm gone. If I gotta walk. Back to the A for 2 measures. Now we're going to go to our E chord for a measure. Yes, I'm going to New York. D chord for a measure. I'm gone if I gotta walk. Last E chord. There's a sheet that you should be able to see now that the 12-bar blues is written out on, and the chord diagrams are there for you. If you want a copy of that, a file of that, a computer file of that, you can email me at my email address, Abate, the numeral 1 at charter.net, and I'll be glad to send you one. There's on the 2nd half of that page is an A pentatonic scale. And that's the basic blues scale that you hear in blues tunes, you hear in rock and roll. And it's a very simple scale to learn also. And what that is it starts on the 5th fret of the guitar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a very simple scale because at that 5th fret on the 6th string, we play 1st finger, 4th finger. On the 5th string, we play 1st finger, 3rd finger. On the 4th string, 1st finger, 3rd finger. The 3rd string, 1st finger, 3rd finger. The 2nd string, 1st finger, 4th finger. And the 1st string, 1st finger, 4th finger. Now if I play all those notes together, and if I do some bending and mixing up, that's the A pentatonic scale, and that's the blues. I know you always like to listen to the Bigtimers, so let's hear a tune from them before we close. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to thank you for watching this episode of The World of Blues. Our next show is going to feature the true falsettos. I can't wait to hear it myself. We'll see you then. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you ever woke up with bullfrogs on your mind? Have you ever woke up with bullfrogs on your mind? You've got to keep on laughing, laughing just to be. Here comes the turnaround. Cry. A pentatonic, sir. Turn around. Have you ever woke up with those bullfrogs on your mind? Have you ever woke up with those bullfrogs on your mind? You've got to keep on laughing, laughing just to keep from, let's end it now, keep from crying. Beautiful, Nolan. Very good.